Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about something that's on all of our minds, whether we admit it or not, aging. Take a minute to consider the last decade of your life. Maybe you started a new career, moved to a new city, or started a family. Now, project forward 10 years from now. What do you see? What type of physical shape do you hope to be in? Are you hiking mountains, playing with your grandkids, or simply enjoying life without physical limitations? It's a powerful question, and the answer isn't just about wishing for good health. It's about actively building it, starting today. While there's no crystal ball to predict your future health, there are a few basic tests you can give yourself right now, in your own home, to gauge your current strength, power, cardiovascular fitness, and balance, all of which will influence your physical abilities going forward. Think of these as a personal health report card. They're not just arbitrary exercises. They're backed by research and are used by clinicians to get a snapshot of a person's functional age. The results can be incredibly revealing, highlighting your strengths and, more importantly, showing you where you have the greatest opportunity for improvement. The best part? It's never too early or too late to start improving your physical abilities. Whether you're in your 20s trying to build a strong foundation, or in your 60s looking to maintain your independence and vitality, the information you get from these tests is your starting line. It's not about judging yourself, it's about empowering yourself with knowledge. So clear some space in your living room, grab a stopwatch, and let's find out how well you're truly aging. Stay tuned. Alright, our first test is called the Sitting Rising Test, or SRT. This one is deceptively simple but incredibly informative. The goal is to go from a standing position to sitting cross-legged on the floor, and then stand back up again using the least amount of support possible. It sounds easy, right? Well, this single movement sequence evaluates your muscular strength, particularly in your legs and core, your flexibility, coordination, and your balance. It's a full-body functional movement check. The scoring system is what makes this so powerful. You start with a perfect score of 10 points, 5 for sitting down and 5 for getting back up. Now, here's how you lose points. For every time you use a hand, a knee, a forearm, or the side of your leg to support yourself or to push off the ground, you subtract 1 point. So if you go down but need to put one hand back to steady yourself, that's minus 1 point. If you then need to use a knee and a hand to get back up, that's another 2 points off. That initial score of 10 can drop pretty quickly. You also lose half a point if you lose your balance at any point, but manage to correct it without using a support. The key is to perform the movement smoothly and with as much control as you can muster. So why is this test so important? A study published in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology followed individuals aged 51 to 80 and found that a lower score on the SRT was directly associated with a higher risk of all-cause mortality. In fact, participants who scored in the lowest range, 0 to 3 points, had a more than 5-fold higher risk of death compared to those who scored in the highest range, 8 to 10 points. It's a stark reminder that the ability to get up and down from the floor is a fundamental skill for longevity and maintaining independence as we age. It reflects your body's overall resilience. Before you try this, make sure you have a clear, soft surface, like a rug or a yoga mat. Don't do this on a hard tile floor. Take off your shoes to get a better feel for the ground. Go slowly and intentionally. This isn't a race. Really focus on engaging your core and using the power in your legs. If you have no knee or hip issues, be cautious or maybe even skip this one. But for most people, it's a safe and incredibly insightful test. Go ahead and try it now and be honest with your scoring. We'll discuss what the results mean later on. Next up, we are going to measure something you do every single day without thinking walking. But we're not just going for a stroll. We are performing a walking speed assessment. This is considered by many in the medical community to be the 6th vital sign, right alongside your blood pressure, heart rate, and temperature. That's how important it is. Your normal, comfortable walking pace, or gait speed, is a powerful indicator of your overall health. It reflects the integrated function of your cardiovascular, musculoskeletal, and nervous systems. If any of those systems are declining, it will almost certainly show up as a decrease in your walking speed. Here's how you do it. Find a clear, straight path and measure out a distance of 4 meters. That's about 13 feet. You can use a tape measure or just take 4 very large steps to approximate it. You'll want a little extra space at the beginning and end so you can get up to your normal speed before the clock starts and slow down naturally after it stops. Using a stopwatch on your phone, time how long it takes you to walk that 4-meter distance at your usual comfortable pace. Don't speed up or try to race. We want your natural speed. Do this 2 or 3 times and take the average time to get a more accurate result. Once you have your time in seconds, you'll do a simple calculation. Divide the distance, 4 meters, by your time. For example, if it took you 3.5 seconds to walk the 4 meters, your speed is 4 divided by 3.5, which is about 1.14 meters per second. So, what's a good number to aim for? Research suggests that a walking speed of around 1.2 to 1.4 meters per second is associated with better health outcomes and a longer life expectancy. Consistently walking slower than 1.0 meter per second can be a red flag, indicating a higher risk for falls, hospitalization, and a general decline in function. Think about what this test represents. A slow gait might not just be about your legs. It could signal underlying heart issues that limit your endurance, neurological problems affecting your coordination, or even arthritis that makes movement painful. It's a simple, non-invasive way to get a read on your body's overall operational efficiency. If your speed is on the slower side, it's a clear signal that it might be time to focus on improving your cardiovascular fitness with activities like brisk walking or cycling, and to incorporate strength training for your legs and core. It's a wake-up call you can act on immediately. Our third test is a fantastic measure of your total body strength and endurance, and it's called the grip strength test, which we'll assess using a farmer's carry. Now, you might be thinking, grip strength? Isn't that just about my hands? Not at all. Your grip strength is a surprisingly accurate proxy for your overall muscular strength and health. It has been linked in numerous large-scale studies to your risk of cardiovascular disease, your bone mineral density, and even your cognitive function. A weak grip is often one of the first signs of frailty and a decline in daily functional ability. So how do we test this with a farmer's carry? The idea is simple. You pick up a heavy weight in each hand and walk with it for a set amount of time or distance. This isn't just about your hands. To hold the weights and walk with good posture, you have to engage your grip, forearms, shoulders, upper back, and core, all while your legs are moving. It's a true test of functional, real-world strength. For our test, the goal is to walk for 60 seconds straight while holding the weights. You can do this in a straight line or in a loop in your living room. The key here is choosing the right weight, and this will vary based on your age, gender, and current fitness level. You want a weight that is challenging but manageable. It should feel heavy enough that holding it for 60 seconds is difficult, especially in the last 15 to 20 seconds, but not so heavy that you have to drop it or that your form completely breaks down. You could use dumbbells, kettlebells, or even heavy grocery bags or buckets of water if you don't have gym equipment. The goal isn't to lift the absolute maximum weight, but to test your endurance under a significant load. Successfully completing a 60-second farmer's carry with a challenging weight is a great indicator of your ability to perform daily activities that require strength, like carrying groceries, lifting a suitcase into an overhead bin, or moving furniture. It reflects your physical independence. If you struggle with this test, if your grip gives out early, or if you can only manage a very light weight, it's a clear sign that you need to incorporate more strength training into your routine. Exercises like deadlifts, rows, pull-ups, and of course, more farmer's carries can directly improve your grip and total body strength, which is a direct investment in your long-term independence. For our final test, we're going to zoom in on a critical component of healthy aging balance. This one is called the single leg stand, and it's the simplest test of all, but don't let that fool you. Your ability to balance is fundamental to almost every move you make, and it's one of the first things to decline with age if it isn't actively maintained. Poor balance is the #1 risk factor for falls, and falls are a leading cause of serious injury and loss of independence in older adults. So this quick check-in is incredibly important. Here's all you need to do. Stand near a wall or a sturdy chair for safety. Just in case you need to catch yourself, lift one foot off the ground, bending your knees so your foot is about shin height. Try to hold this position for at least 10 seconds without hopping around or touching your raised foot to the ground. Keep your hands on your hips or at your sides and focus your gaze on a fixed point in front of you to help you stay steady. Once you've done one leg, try the other. Most of us have one side that's a little more stable than the other, which is perfectly normal. A recent study highlighted just how predictive this simple test can be. It found that middle-aged and older adults who were unable to stand on one leg for 10 seconds had nearly double the risk of dying from any cause within the next 7 years compared to those who could. That is a shocking statistic. It shows that your balance system, which involves your inner ears, your vision, and the proprioceptors, the little sensors in your muscles and joints, is a powerful indicator of your neurological health and overall survivability. An inability to hold the stance could signal an underlying issue that needs attention. Now, if you found the 10-second stand relatively easy, it's time for the next level challenge. Try it with your eyes closed. This takes your vision out of the equation and forces you to rely solely on your inner ear and proprioception. You'll likely find this dramatically more difficult. Most healthy adults struggle to hold this for more than a few seconds. Don't be discouraged if you wobble immediately. Just practicing this, trying to hold it for a few seconds at a time with your eyes closed, is one of the best exercises you can do to improve your balance and strengthen those neural pathways, helping to fall-proof your future. So how did you do? Maybe you breezed through every test and you're feeling great. Or maybe some of them were a bit of a wake-up call. Whatever your results are, the most important thing to remember is that this isn't about passing or failing. It's about gathering information. If you don't perform as well as you hoped, don't worry. This score isn't permanent. It's a snapshot of today, and today is the perfect day to start making changes for a better tomorrow. Regular strength, conditioning, and balance exercises can help you improve your score on each and every one of these tests. Think of these tests as a roadmap. A low score on the sitting rising test points you towards working on leg strength and flexibility. Struggling with walking speed? It's a sign to get your heart rate up with more cardio. A weak farmer's carry tells you to focus on total body and grip strength. And if you wobbled on the single leg stand, you now have a simple, effective exercise to practice every day while you brush your teeth. Remember, it's never too late to start investing in your future health. Every bit of effort you put in now is a deposit into your health bank for the future, ensuring you have the physical currency to live the life you want for decades to come. I want to build a community here that supports each other on this journey. Try these tests, and I genuinely want to hear how it went. So share your results and your experience in the comments below. What did you find easy? What was challenging? Let's learn from each other. And if you found this video helpful and want more practical science-backed tips on aging well and living a healthier life, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay healthy.